Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fake Grand Order video. Yeah, I think I'll continue with the Dojins first and then conclude the story. Yeah, let's begin. The central path, the celestial path where water and sky merge to become daylight. Okay, interesting. Anti-Servant Alliance Manifesto. 2 hours after the Arturia only genre restriction left. Bishonen meeting. You are sounding just like those narrow minded fools at the normalization committee. No, in fact, it's even worse. Shut it. If you refuse to listen to me as your producer, I'll tie you to a tree and sew you down, trunk and all. Saw you down. You want me to saw you want to saw me down? How dare you treat me like some kind of criminal? Fine then. I'll just pound you down into the bench and use your head as a volleyball net peg instead. What was that? I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell I don't like it. Intense arguing, shouting back and forth. This is good. I'll have to remember in the next time I write lyrics. Ah ha ha, those two are arguing again, huh? Well, that's okay. Let him get it out of their system. The old man's legendary for his hardness, hard-headedness, and Bunyan can give as good as she gets. We are in for a good show. But aren't you concerned, Owen? I mean, you are going to be making the illustrations for whatever kind of book they decide on, right? Me, I ain't gonna fight the current law. Fight the current. Long as they tell me what I need to paint, that's good enough for me. Once our leader tells us, once our leaders tell us what which way we are steering, I'll row as hard as I can that way, even if we end up in an sea or up a mountain. Wouldn't that leave us standing stranded either way? Oh man, they are really having at it out, huh? Having it out. Oh master, did you come to check on us? I'm sorry you had to see this. Yes, they are very much going at it. Can you tell me how things got to this point? Oh yes, gladly. Pops, Bunyan, can you both take a step back and try to calm down? Oh, I know. Why don't we order some pancakes for master then? Hey, I want pancakes too, with maple syrup. Okay, new transaction. We initially arrived at Hawaii Arturia late, so we didn't have much time to spend on our doujin. But for better or worse, we got that time back when the festival was reset to the first day. We were fortunate enough to finish our first book, and once we learned we would have a chance to make a second. The entire club was ready to put everything we had into our original plan to finally complete a modern day record of Bishonen. That was when our producer Bunyan said something that shocked us. Yeah, I've been thinking. Instead of an old fashioned novel, we should do something that'll reach a broader audience. Now, I'm not saying to forget about writing a modern day record of Bishonen entirely. I'm just thinking it's a really bad fit for Servant Piss. For example, have you ever read any of Monsieur Bacon's book, Master? Uh, Not yet, sorry. Right? And who could blame you? At most, you probably had Mash summarize their plots for you, or read more modernized version, or learn their stories from movies and comics, right? So we should start by building hype. And to do that, we are going to start with a book that will get people interested to learn more about a modern record of Bishonen. Besides, it would be a waste not to make use of every tool in our toolbox. You mean like your club members and their special skills? Exactly. Materials, talent, knowledge, skill, tool, pure power. We have got so many resources at our disposal. First off, the doggies. Did you know you little guys are Bishonin's greatest weapon? Hmm? That's right. You. We need to take full advantage of what you bring to the table. Ideally, I'd like to make a movie featuring you guys, but even if I knew how to do it, it would definitely be too much time to make the Servant Fest finale. So instead, we are going to take a page from one of your home country's customs and make Kamishibai, a paper theater video for you guys that's sure to grab people's attention. I'm still not sure how we are going to get the word out about it yet, since there are lots of options. Since there are lots of options to choose from, but we can worry about that later. I see. So you want to use the dog warriors as a stand-ins for our books characters. Uh-huh. Specifically, we are going to have them play Akenosuke and Morishiro. I may not know movies, but I do have experience posting videos online. And we all gained experience making outfits and photographing models when we made X Bean Paste photo collection, right? Hokusai, you can paint the backgrounds and visual effects. And Monsieur Bakin, of course, you of course will write the script. Mm, all right, I understand the project is meant to be a kind of primer to get people interested, but don't you think you are overstepping your bounds as producer? Hey, I'm not planning to direct the video. I'm leaving that all up to you, Monsieur. Whatever you make, it's sure to be of Kyokute Bakin classic. But make sure the video is no more than 30 minutes. That short? There is no way I can do that. Hey, I'm already compromising a lot here. Ideally, it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes. So, how are we going to make the dog warriors speak their lines? Oh, that? We can just put subtitles under them barking. And if that doesn't work, we can go completely silent movie style. Hmm, what do you think, Oberon? Ah, where did you come from? He must have come here with Master, but he blended in as a local, so well, I didn't notice until now either. I'm actually jealous of how good your summer outfit looks on you. I didn't come here with Master, I just happened to run into him around here. But never mind that. So you are going to make a Kamishibai video. That's a good call. There is no law that says you can only tell a story via book after all. And if you are having a stanch, old-fashioned writer handling the script even better. This is going to be a sequel to one of the most popular works, right? That is be sure to draw attention then. I think it's a great idea. A book for the heart, filled with all the business you left unfinished upon death. I'd imagine writing such a thing must feel like bearing your soul, Mr. Parkin. It's things like that. It's things like that being consumed that really demonstrate the world's true worth. Oh, thank you, Lord Oberon. It's very kind of you to say that. Lady Bunyan may have like likened this video to a movie, but for me, it will truly be a performance. As a matter of fact, my stories have been adapted into kabuki plays and puppet shows before, and I have read a number of scripts for classic Chinese play as well. So while I do know a little about theater, I also know enough to know it has its own challenges. If you want mochi, talk to mochi specialist. That is to say, ask someone who knows theater inside and out for help. Lady Izumono Okuni should be a good start. And we may want to see if Lord William Shakespeare would be so kind to advise us as well. Oh my, that's a wonderful idea. I'm sure they'll have some very useful advice for us. Indeed, I will admit I was initially thrown by the sudden change in course, but I'm starting to get behind this idea. Hold on, there is no need for that. Frankly, you'll be worse off if you go asking for help from a playwright who only cares about pandering to his audiences. If you ask me, think this Kamishibai idea is great. If you ask me, I think this Kamishibai idea is great, but you can't do one that's 30 minutes long. There's a big difference between a story where readers turn the page at their own pace and a movie where the piece is controlled by camera direction and editing. If this is going to work, you need to grab the audience attention in the first minute. The problem is Mr. Barkin is a novelist and they are not typically known for drawing audiences in with a flash in with flashy tricks. The more serious you make the story, the more likely you are to lose over half your audience before it's finished. I know that. I know we still don't have what it takes to really draw people in, but we still have to get started as soon as possible. What do you think, RBX? I agree. You're all such earnest people, and that's great, but this isn't supposed to be a job, right? It's really wonderful that you're taking this so seriously and putting everything you have into it. But I think it's important to enjoy yourselves too, that's we so that we look back at this summer fondly. I'm sorry, I hope that wasn't too improper of me. Oh, I guess that just leaves me. I'm glad that we managed to finish my cosplay collection, but I was worried that I wasn't going to be of much help afterwards. But if we are going to make a video, then I still have a part to play, the especially with the accompaniment. Accompaniment? She means the soundtrack. Every good movie and TV show has a soundtrack to go with it. That sounds wonderful. I love to hear what you have got in mind. I see. I think I might have an idea. What if we have the dog warriors actually talk? What if we dub over the dogs so they can actually speak? A talkie. I mean, the thought did cross my mind, of course, but I don't have nearly enough actors for all parts, so I didn't think it was realistic. In that case, why don't I try asking around? I think I can find some actors who would be willing to lend their voice. That means a lot more work for both you and Bishonen, right, Master? Oh well, as long as you are okay with it. It's definitely true that voice acting would be a good way to keep an audience engaged for the whole story. Hey, thank you, Oberon. This seems like it's going to be lots of fun. You really do like plays, don't you? I like them too. I wonder, did you hear a rumor about through Treddy? I mean, Blackbeard's network that we were considering putting on a play for our next project. Oh, is that why you came here with Master? No, no. This was a coincidence. Though I was Really curious what a group of cute girls like yourselves were up to. But the only rumor I heard were once about how good this place's melon soda is. Yeah, I'll treat you one if you are willing to help out. Then, how about one soda in exchange for your help, assuming you have the time to spare, of course. Here you go, sir. One special blue Hawaii melon cream soda. Impressive. So you'd actually already ordered one, huh? All right, I can help out enough to pay you back for this soda. Just so you know, there is no actual melon in that soda. I think maybe this might just work. No, not think. I'm sure it will. So, what's uh, what's it going to be, Monsieur Bakin? Just be aware that if we do this, it's going to be hell on earth for the next few days. Very well, you have convinced me. We will go ahead with this new plan. I'll call it Dog Days Bishonen Records. Come, let us begin. Okay. Okay. So then after this, I think I'll do the Mount Liang one.
本能のエナ作家の皆さん
A celestial place where the water and sky merges to become the daylight something. Second room, soundtrack and costume design. Ah, woof 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 woof. All this lore OE wrote for the video has really been a huge help. I love how the main character Akenosuke is an outlaw who doesn't play in by anyone's rules, very punk rock. And the fact that he is so unlike the good, upstanding eight dog warriors only adds to the novelty. He must have been a real breath of fresh air for the Edoites to read about, since their lives were so tightly regulated. You can tell, huh? He had real bad boy charm to him. Like the scent of danger clinged to him everywhere he went. I'm sure his character was uncharted territory for Pops too. Meanwhile, the other protagonist, Morishiro, starts out as more of a spoiled rich boy, but then we get to see him experience the harshness of the world and so many setbacks along the way that he ultimately grows and becomes a better person. I love that part of his story. You, Papa. Stop that, Shinbei. You need to stay still until I have finished taking your measurements. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was stepping on your teeth. Hey there. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Is there where is this where you are holding audiences for Barkin's movie? You are hired. Whoa, whoa, just like that? You must be dying dressed like that in the heat. Why don't you cool off with some ice lemonade? Sure, oh sure, thanks, damn, this is some good stuff, right? It's because it's made from with maple syrup. Uh-huh. To tell you the truth, you're the first person to respond to a casting call. And I knew from the start I wanted to hire whoever showed up first. Although I'm afraid I don't think you could pull off a handsome youth also. It's this isn't actually a movie. Huh, I'm honored. Now, about my play. Pay, I'm sorry, but we really can't afford much. You can't? Well, I figured that'd be the case. Besides, I really just stopped by cause Master kept recommending I check it out. But in exchange, I can give you a first pick for purchase option in our profit sharing program. So if it sells well, you'll get that much more money in royalties. You're actually trying to get me to invest in your project. Pretty skewed. Ahahaha, I like it. Yes, that's right. We'd like you to perform the dog warriors' voices. Oh, you have lots of experience with dubbing and you're also good at imitating dogs. I don't think that'll actually you'll you'll lead to actually bark or anything, but that's still very reassuring to hear. Is it true, Walter? Oh, do we have another would-be performer Williams? Who is? Oh, Shangyu. Huh? Leave it to me. I will show you I can perfectly recreate any kind of vocal performance you wish. Of course, acoustic analysis and calculation, spatial, spectral enveloping, a, a pre-deck indicator extraction, target vocal simulation. I will execute all these functions swiftly and precisely. Spectral enveloping. Are you talking about dubbing? Are you a Bishonen? Oh, Master. What did you tell these servants when you send them our way? Red hair, script writing and background illustrations. Good. Let's try adding a little extra here and alright. You're already painting the background away. Even though I have only just started writing that scene. Oh yeah, I already gave Omichi the design for the Dog Warrior's outfit. And since Banyan asked me to come up with a cover design too, I figured I'd go ahead and knock this stuff out now. So you're handling all those tasks to your satisfaction. Oh wait, I'm impressed you are able to balance so much at once. Ah, ain't nothing special. For the illustration in a modern day record of Bishonen, I'm just following the path old man Kunisada and Toyo to Toya Hokuke Totoya Hokuke laid out. I ain't about to fix what ain't broke, so but I'm sure gonna polish it up with my personal touch. Even so, it's not something just anyone can do. That right there is a sign of your experience. Kunisada was a masterful artist, but he wasn't the right fit for a mass market book. Hokuei Hokkei couldn't meet a deadline to save his life, and Hokusai Tetsuzo Tetsuzo would only ever do about half of what I asked, though he'd always end up with something that really took my breath away. But overall, as the concierge of Yumi Hon, I think you may actually be the best fit for this job. Yomi Hon. Yomi Hon. Hon is book. Yomi. Reading book. I don't know since there is the kanji is not there, so haha. Well, I have been at Cardia for a good long while now, and I can't stay the same naive little girl forever. Well, no matter. By the way, I understand why the other OA isn't here. But what about Tetsuzo? Is he not going to show his face either? Oh, that Toto-sama's around, but nah, he does. He don't like to show himself too often. Haha. Maybe he's so proud of his daughter turned out that he finally started to think about Gah, the hell you're doing. Get back here so I can make poke out of you. so, so you are here. This is a. Come on then. Get out of your shell, octopus spot, and lend us a tentacle or two. Okay, battle. Shokti Paki.
わしの剣術やわらとくと見よ
Okay, disguised interference.
やばてるね腕たくさん万々歳だなん乗ったブラボーメイ誰これガリを徹底おまけがどっちだ あの承知つかまつるまずこのやつ下がりよアンニャモンつむじのいさこを巻くごとく皆の者出会え出会えいっそバサラ受け取りしか夢を怠るべからず知る者はキャスラリー仁義礼智終身皇帝天に流れし奴の光これより心に勇みなる南宋里見八犬伝
Okay, drowsiness and disparity.
ピョーンとつこうかああそうだ早くここへの矢のごっておっとった
Trauma and suffering. Okay.
ひゅっこい承知つかまつる色っ子はさつきの恋の吹き流し下北東海道東都長州野州美濃諸海道諸実諸国滝巡りつむじのいさごを巻く今日の小鳥を打つごとく ちつかまつる。早くここへ絵の矢のごと今日のことよね下がりよね。アニヤもなるならざるは夢がかくしかしてみよ。しゅっこや甘酒飲みて今の進行状況。このカレー
I think the next one should be the last note.
本能のエナドリいいじゃない。なにジンジンくる。おでもエナジードリンクの飲みすぎには気をつけないとね。
Voice recording day. Rental studio waiting room. Thank you all for taking the time to join us here today. Bunyan, Lady Bunyan, come on, wake up. Ah, oh, was I sleeping? Hmm. You are clearly reaching your limit. No surprise, given how hard you have been working all this time. I think you are the most. I think you have more than earned a rest. Go on, lie down for a bit. I'll handle things from here. Oh, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here today. We are honored to have you with us. I know several of you are here on vacation while others are engaged in other club activities as well. So while you are here, I hope you will lend us your voices and talents to in bringing our characters to life. Again, thank you all. Understood. Thanks for having us. My hooves are rattling with excitement. How much are we allowed to ad lib? I've got this. Murishiro, Lord Sui Harukata. Time AD 1541, the 10th year of Japan's Tenbun era. Place Aki Province during the surge of Kiriyama. Kuriyama. Akenose Ake Akenosuke and his army rushed in to aid Morishiro and successfully drive off the invader Amago clan. Two Bishonen embodying both good and evil. One might have thought them akin to noble heirs of Kurama in days past. For these two friends, both by fate itself, fighting side by side in this battle was their greatest moment of camaraderie yet. Hey, why don't you call on me sooner? Oeno Morishiro Narikatsu. I thought you and I were friends. I still remember how you shouted gleefully after knocking me off my horse, and now look at you, the head of an entire province. Lord Harukata. Harukata. No, no. Akenosuke. I, in turn, still remember how notoriously unruly you were as a child. I couldn't believe my eyes to see you have been chosen to lead the entire Ochi army. Thank you, thank you. Know that I will one day repay this debt I owe you. 14 years after this battle, the two youths would be pitted against one another in a bitter conquest for the right to rule the land. But for now, let us turn back the clock and bear witness to the twists and turns they took along the way. Kageichi, Hitaka Kageichi, is that you? What a coincidence running into you here. Akenosuke, it's good to see you again, brother. Task with an ex eri- task with an errand. Akenosuke had come to this western city of Sakai as if to escape the yoke of his many obligations. There, he was reunited with Kageguchi, a former traveling companion he thought of as a brother. I see. I'm sorry to hear that Grandpa Taifuji's passing. Indeed, not a day goes that I. Not a day goes by that I don't think of the big boss. It seems you have had your share of hardships since too, brother. You could say that I ran into a man named Yogoro Naoyuki, Naoyuki, who put me through hell. Wha- What was that, Yagoru, you bastard? Did you just say you rigged that archery contest? Indeed, that was all my doing. I was the I was this close to making off with all that money you had no business carrying around too. Then my attendees, Nosuke and Bojiro, were you the one who shoot them? Yes, I was. I did so in part to silence them and also to keep you here. And your wife acting as the bait as in a honeypot. Yes, of course, that was my doing as well. I swear, there truly is no end to miscreants. Miscreants. Screeters out of there. But enough about me. Tell me more about how things have been with you lately, Kageichi. What about Kukane? Is she well? Brother. Well, 200 ryo. That's absurd. Even the big boss bounty is only 7.2 ryo. This isn't what we agreed on, Kawatsuyu. Kuyutsuyu. Oh, I'm surprised to hear you say that. Then I'll just have to insist you return the 1,000 ryo that disappeared from the forge right here and now. You were supposed to pay my reward from those Ryo, were you not? So, what'll be? Perhaps you'd rather pay me with Lady Taifuji's head after all. Damn, that bastard Kawatsuyu. He set up the he sets up right from the start. Somehow he found out about my family's wealth and pulled the wool right over the boss's eye. Naturally, the alchemical forging technique for transmuting gold that Kawatsuyu showed him was complete nonsense. Along with the woman who seduced the big boss and blackmailed Kawatsuyu into smuggling. I didn't find this out until later, but it seems Dojin's real name was Kanakoso Kajoryu, a well-known criminal in the underworld. But by the time we knew that the big boss had already, what happened to Kokane? Kokane and I were both sent here to Sakai to essentially live as indig- indentured servants for one of the boss's associates. In Kokane's case, the servitude took the form of an arranged marriage to that associate. Ah, I see. I'm sorry you had to go through all that alone, Kageichi. Damn it. If only I'd gotten here sooner. Kokane is more beautiful than ever, and I'm sure even now she still misses you. Bounded by emotion, skewed by desires, Akenosuke's journey grew even more turbulent as his destiny sank to new depths. To be continued. That was pretty short, okay. Gah! Ah, the pain. Gah, you there, Nanaroku. Was it? Call off this whipping. Quit your whining, you damn thief. That was only the fifth lash. Your punishment calls for 100 lashes before your banishment to the east. Consider yourself fortunate that I am Manehari Nana Rokuro Michiyoshi. I'm bearing witness to this as an act of mercy. Mercy. You call this gah. Please pace yourself. You still have 94 lashes to go. Remember, your punishment would be death had Lord Mirishiro not intervened. If my sister-in-law Otsuge had not been imprisoned along with you, I would have left you to rot long ago. Even so, you have yet to muster single word of gratitude for Lord Mirishiro, you ungrateful whelp. Oh, shut it, Bags. I'm completely innocent here. Besides, what's wrong with spending my money how I see fit? If you're blaming me for Imayo the geisha's suicide, I had nothing to do with it. I would have been clear of suspicion eventually, so I don't need to help at all. You promised. You pompous ass. I swear. You just don't know when to shut up, do you, Akenosuke? Or do you just slip your mind that you gamble away the money and Otsugi? Ogits, Ogigayatsu, Ogigayatsu, Uesugi clan entrusted to you. I can explain. Well, I for one am grateful for you, Akinosuke. Thank you. Thanks to you, my wife was never bored even while they were investigating her involvement in this matter. In fact, without any second complaint, she'll become something of a master of re- heroic instead. Wahahaha. Hmm. Ima- Imayo, the famous geisha who served as an imperious for Akeretsu's important. Im- the famous geisha who served as the impetus of Akenosuke's imprisonment was in fact the mistress of Kanakos, Kanakosu Kajiro, the leader of the gang extorts who would scam wealthy merchants and farmers, then make off with their valuables. In truth, Imayu was so overcome with grief over Kajiro's sudden death that he stole Akinosuke's wakizashi, wakizashi while he was sleeping on the floor and plunged it into her own heart. In time, Akinotsuki and Morishiro would be reunited once again at the camp of Raku Takayori, government of O- Umi province. There they would face each other. Informal duels fought in Toyotoki's Takayori's presence to prove which young warrior has more skilled. It would be at the very least. It would be at the very duel where the two youths' relationship would change forever and each would recognize the other to his rival, to his greatest rival. Alright, good work everyone. Let's take a break. Okay. Oh, hmm. Let me just go and get water for me since I have not brought it yet. So just give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. I guess I made the right choice asking Exalter to handle the voice recording. She really is a whiz when it comes to electronics. I don't know what we'd do without her. So everything's going well then. That's wonderful. Yeah, say Michi. I know I probably should have double checked sooner, but a modern day record of Bishonen is a historical fiction based on real events, right? Yes, that's right. Let's just say Pops was really into water margin around the time he wrote it. And the book he wrote afterwards, Shinkyoku, Shinkyoku Gyokuseiki Dojin, Dojinkan, is basically a direct sequel, right? Indeed. Pops began writing the record of Bishonen after I'm married into the Takizawa family, but he ended up taking a long sub sabbatical before he finished. I don't know what that word is. Sabbatical. Okay, paid leave granted to a university teacher or other works for study or travel, traditionally 1 year for 7 years worked. Okay, sabbatical. Sabbatical before he finished. Then, when he started working again, that's when he wrote Doji-kun. Although it was really me and occasionally Toro who transcribed it while he dictated. Really? You transcribed Doji-kun, but it's it's so much longer than Bishonen. Yes, it is. Both record of Bishonen and Dojikin were published in 30 30 chapter installments. Whoa. There were also drafts for the 34th chapter that never got published, unfortunately. So Dojikan was a direct continuation for the story. Why change the name so much, especially when a modern day record of Bishonen is such a good name? Well, well, that was in part because times had changed and he couldn't easily use the word Bishonen anymore. Oh, I see. Another instance of the Edo period's harsh restrictions, huh? And eventually, Monsieur Bakken passed away before he could complete it. Still, since it was based on a history, did readers have idea about what would have happened next? Yes, they did. Which is why it's so unfortunate they never got the chance to find out for sure. That goes for me too, of course. Since Akin Nosuke was a very handsome man born during the Warring States period, many people thought he must have been a Chodo for the Ouchi clan. What's a Chodo? Huh. Well, a Chodo is something the no something the something the other non-suited OE can explain to you better than I can. What? Okay, interesting. What is it? Chodo. Uh, hmm. Hmm. not getting anything. Town road. Hmm. Let's see. Is that so? Looks like I was right. It is an adult thing. At any rate, Akinosuke went on to become a general for the Ouchi clan, where he started going by Sue Harukata. As Harukata, he eventually led a revolt against Lord Ouchi and seized his considerable land and authority for himself. In response, one of Lord Ouchi's own feudal lords, Muri Shiro, began leading his own revolt, this time against Harukata. This conflict would go on to become the famous Battle of Miyajima. Oh, Battle of Miyajima. Although up against a huge army, Morishiro grumbled on a sneak attack against Harukata's force with a small strike team and succeeded in disrupting them. Okay, interesting. Thus, the brilliant Motonari etched his name in history, becoming the inspiration to Morishiro. Of course, some roles ended up switching around during the writing process, but that was more or less how Pops imagined the story going. I see. And now we won't get to see a proper ending for the Dog Days Bishonen records either. I'm sorry, Michi, that this must have been a big disappointment for you and Monsieur Bakim. Oh no, not at all. Every day we have spent working on this dojin has been so much fun. I feel very fortunate to have been a part of that. Well, I still hope you and Monsieur will be able to finish the story one day. Me too. Okay. Phew, we finally finished. It was great seeing everyone in action. I was really worried we weren't gonna make it when Bakin started insisting on like 14 different takes, but I guess it all worked out, huh? Then I take it means we are done with voice recording for now. That we are. Well, there are some aspects on which I could not compromise overall. Overall, I was flooded by everyone's performance. Floored by everyone's performance. It really feels like everything is starting to feel come together. Phew. Really, that's wonderful to hear. And I suppose that just leaves the final scene. Okay. The next day, midnight. First test training of Dog Days Bishonen records. Ah, we made it. I'm still not sure how we pulled it off, but we finished in time. And right before the main event too. We couldn't have cut it any closer if we tried to shave Babe with a chainsaw. Of course, I'm sure still have work to do with the test screening done. There is still bound to be plenty of second cuts, edits, revisions, and so on. Heck, there is still plenty about it I'd like to fix myself. But even so, I've got a good feeling that it'll all work out on time. Huh? Hang on. What about the press packages? I did ask Michi to make take care of those, right? And I still have to password protect the phone download version, swap out the inlays, make a bonus pamphlet for the theater goers. Ugh, I'm getting a stomachache again. I'll just try to put that stuff out of my mind for now. Oh, well, you have a look of a woman who has accomplished a great deal. I take it the worst is over. Oh, princess and doggy, I see good evening. I see good evening. Woof. You think so? I mean, we are still not done. We are still not really done. In fact, the actual event hasn't even begun yet. But maybe we are past the point where I should be agonizing over every little thing. Michi, Williams, and the others should be able to handle it from here. I see. Then the real battle is just beginning. I'm sure it will not be easy, but I wish you luck in this trial. Roof, Mercy. Hey princess, are you maybe from a Satomi Bunyan? Williams, the test screening is almost over. Everyone else is asking for you. They say they need to speak with you urgently. I see. Genial. That's just what I wanted to hear. Oi, I am coming, Williams. Were you having a nice dream on your break? Yeah, maybe I was. Okay, CD release. Kachak. Yep, this is such a good art. Who is the illustrator? Toko Legs. Taco Legs. Okay, 38 minutes. Nice. Okay, 2 more to
イン
go.
フォメーション見た情熱はパッション理性はイン。
Hmm. I think I'll leave those to the for tomorrow. Since it looks like my voice is starting to die down a bit, so I'll just continue with complete the main story, and tomorrow I can do those two dojins plus challenge quest if it has been unlocked. So yeah, let's conclude the main story. So yeah, section 13, Servant Summer Festival. Servant Fest, Day 7 finale. 9:30 a.m., 30 minutes before opening. Master, we warn all the attendees that they may have to evacuate, and we have stationed UDK troops at locations where we expect Sir Nunus to appear. We have 30 minutes to go. If things go as they have before, we could see it at any moment. Don't worry, our plan is perfect. Sis, I'll just call it Sir Nunus because I. This is. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, as I was saying, Sir Nunos is easy to speak, otherwise, I'll always. Uh, always stop when this name appears. So yeah, Cianunos, Cianunos, something like that. It is, but I'll try. But I'll interchange it with Sanunos since Sanunos isn't actually here. So I think it will be fine. A curse of gatekeeping is a hell of a thing. As a certified servant with stand, I have lots of confronting things to say to a pitiful argumentative monster like that. Hmm, what's that look for? Don't tell me you, of all people, are afraid, or are you, s- or are you something of a gatekeeper yourself? It's not that. I'm not worried about Sir Nudos right now. Not to say Sir Nunos isn't a terrible matchup for me. In fact, there is a solid chance I get caught up in its curse myself. Anyways, my point is it's not just Sir Nunos I am worried about. Wangina on the verge Wangina is on the verge of disappearing and there is no more resets. And now that we are at the end, I've got a nasty feeling we might see all the calamities showing up together. Whoa, are you nuts? Why would you say something like that? That's not the definition for asking for that's like the definition for asking for trouble. Emergency, emergency. A typhoon has formed off the coast. It's heading this way at 100 kilometers per hour, with wind gusts reaching up to 120 meters per second. Ocean Venus, the enshrined deity of storm and waves, is heading this way. I repeat, a typhoon has formed of the Ocean Venus. And now, more breaking news. A large fire has just broken out in the city's central area. The flames are spreading rapidly and are on track to engulf all of Waikiki. Concurrently, a new calamity has appeared, Bernunus, the enshrined deity of flames. This concludes our breaking news segment. Bernunus. Alert! More breaking news. A powerful magical energy vortex has appeared directly above Servantfest venue. Citizens who have been exposed to the vortex magical energy have gone berserk and currently running rampant through the main street shops. Spirit origin scale Divine Spirit. Attributes Queen and Quarrel Lover. Sir Nunos, the enshrined deity of the Observe Gaze, will materialize in 10 minutes. Sir Nunos, why the hell are you surprised? We already knew who all these things who all these things are. I mean, everyone else is reacting, so I just figured keeping it up to the end was polite thing to do so. Never mind that now. What's Bernunos doing here, Bhavan? Didn't you say you would keep it in check? What? How do I know when I'm here? How would I do that when I'm here with all of you? Besides, I finished my book and you guys finished yours. So shouldn't I be here with at the hall with the rest of the club? Yeah, good point. Of course you'd feel that way, stupid. Damn it. Damn it, you are even more of a spoiled rich girl than I thought. What was that? Plan now. Fight later. Cut it out. We need to come up with a strategy here. Bernunos and Cernunos are land-based gods. We can handle them on our own. But Oceanunos is another story. We'll need advanced fight capabilities to deal with its threat. Suzuka. And that's my cue. Got it. Okay, you got it. But like, it'll just be me out there, right? I don't think I can take it on my own. Is that so? If you think you are up to it, you can always stay behind, Suzuka. I still haven't shot that thing enough for my taste, so I don't mind going out there alone. Okay. Melusine probably. Yep. The third ascension. Hi Master, are you watching? I'm going to defeat Oceanunos now, okay? Uh, who might you be again? Whoa, a modern day fighter girl. If she isn't our ally, I don't know who is. Everyone knows badassery and justice go hand in hand. So, that's your serious look, huh? If you thought that'd make me go back down, you got no freaking idea how high school girls can be. How about a race to see who can reach Oceanunos first? You go by air, I'll go by sea. A fair competition with no handicaps. I like the way you think, Suzuka. But I am not the only one here who can fly, isn't it? Isn't it about time you said something, Pawansu? I'm pretty sure you can fly with that spirit region if you just make a few tweaks. Huh? What would you know? Besides, even if I could, I'm the enshrined deity priestess. I'm the one who can pacify Bernunos, so I have to stay here. Well, what do you know? She finally showed up. Alright, I changed my mind. Count me in for the Oceanunos fight. I'm a freaking Tamlin. Of course I can fly if I want. Final ascension? Yep. I have, I overcome my self-binding curse ages ago. Serious. Means, selective and savage all in one. Tamlin Tristan is back for her proper human history debut. Heh, it seems our training in the woods wasn't wasted at all, after all. Do you have to smile like a proud teacher? I mean, I do appreciate your help, but still. There is no time to waste, Master. We are still going to go defeat Oceanunos before it can make land. I'm sure we'll have no trouble between the three of us, but if you have nothing better to do, we wouldn't mind some backup. Okay, you two, let's get going. Come on, we are going to be the first ones to claim victory. Okay guys, see you later. Don't forget to record a video of us for 7 Gramash. Right, but what about Bernunos? Are you sure you don't need to be here for that Pawansit? It will be fine now that she is here. These fires can't be any worse than the ones she dreams of every day. Okay, Bagist is here. So don't worry about the first and second calamities. We Tamlin will handle them. You just hit the third calamity, Sia Nunos, with everything you guys got. All right, I'm gonna get going too, and I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of Servant Fest once I get back. Good news, everyone. The fires in central Waikiki are being rapidly extinguished. There is no need for convention attendees to evacuate. Tamlin Bagast, captain of the UDK, is on the scene putting out the fires as we speak. No Tamlin Gawain. Tamlin Bagast, not Tamlin Gawain. This rage feels as though it was bubbling up from the very ground. It will take more than a few hoes to extinguish these flames. We should forget about trying to put them out and focus on getting the people to safety. Buildings can be rebuilt, but human lives are irreplaceable. Easier said than done. I swear this is exactly why I hate about the vagabonds. What kind of future do you think will be left for those people without their homes? We cannot call ourselves heroes if we don't save their lives and their homes. Both of you make a good point, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. We are completely surrounded by flames, so there is nowhere left to run. The only solution I can see is to use my death claw to dig a big hole in the ground and hope for a How is adding an earthquake to a fire is going to help when this is all over? I'm going to have you write a formal report explaining how you could have handled this situation better. No way. That strict yet caring voice, Captain, is that you? What happened to you? You are literally burning up. No, wait. I get it. You're gonna use your patented fight fire with explosions technique, but uh, isn't that also going to kill all the people who we are trying to save? I'm not going to use fire. I only took this form for the journey here. Well done, members of the UDK. I know I have relied heavily upon you so far. Now I am ready to do my part. Stand back, my fangs. Will quell these flames. That's right. I have no need to be Tamlin Gawain. I merely use Sir Gawain's name as armor to hide my own weakness. But no more. Today I shed that armor and take my rightful place as High Queen Morgan's knight. I am a member of Fang Clan, shall protect all the life. I, a member of Fang Clan, shall protect all life on this island from any fires that threatens it. I am Tamlin Bagist. Now, have at you, enshrined flame fire deity Bernunnos. As a calamity that escaped from fairy Britain, you shall be dealt with by fey hands. Okay. Whoa. This is a crazy map. Okay. Berserker battle. Okay, first Bernunnos. Oceanunos, not Bernunnos. I can just take uh, I don't think she is. Nope. Is she? I don't think so. Yep. Who with them? Yeah, sure, this works. I don't need to use my plug suit, so okay. Storm relocation, okay.
こんな光でよければこんな光でよければお問い合わせは私まで
to rocket bottom and go up.
かけまくの賢き水の司祭や風の貴公子今ひとたび青春の夢の水へと導くワッカーナゴーフター軍テスチェールナットうねり重ねて
Okay. The Petrich is going to be crazy since all the rain particles and all, so I think the fish should be enough. Yep. Enshrine deity of storms and thieves, Oshinunu.
Gehoにはgeho、お任せください。ショータイムと参りましょう。遥か遠けき思い立ち、今なお残る神々の愛よ。さあここよ。ゲートオブエーギル。かけまくの賢き水の司祭や風の貴公子、今ひとたび青春の夢の水へと導くワッカーナゴーフター軍テスチェールナット。一つ虚空に兆しあり、五つ大きくほうき星、9つ大地うがす大結晶、来天日光、まだやろちらっか流水。そうか。えいうねり重ねて。ほら、教育の時間です。 あちらですね。いい子よ。お行きなさい。うねり。
Okay, one down, two to go.
まだ遠く。
Unknown zone. Gold. Archer. I don't think it's going to be that difficult of a fight, so. Hmm. I can just take Castoria. Only back. Okay. Strong heat winds. Okay. Hmm.
イノベーション始め。完全放牧よろしくて。
リラックス愛が
まだ
はいはい
Yep, this should at
アル
least,
テミスその力を貸
if
してく
not
れ
break,
お前
at least reduce the
負ける気がしない
health
アル
to
テミスアグネス
about more than halfway through. It's 400 plus 400,000. Nope.
おっと
One shot. The break bar, okay. Okay. Nice.
さてカウンティングを君に全チップをかけよう頼むぞ
NFS サービスです。もちろんお望みのままに。ご用
This should
ばらまきましょ
be GG's. Yep. 700,000. Easy.
おっと
Face Caution Legion.
う。契約を続行しますか。いい判断です。それでこそ私のマスターカット。
Okay. So next one. The third calamity. Probably foreigner. Yep. Foreigner. The battles to defeat Oshinunos and Bernunas both off to a good start. All that's left is for the deity that's going to disappear here at the Servant Fist venue. These Nunos will appear in 120 seconds. 186, 40. 180, 60, 40. Master, Miss Arcas, and the Knights of the Round Table. Our first duty is to protect the lives of ordinary citizens. Even now that we know Sinunus is actually Yarandu, we cannot hold back. Do you understand? Yeah. We'll never be able to defeat her unless we go all out. Besides, we need to completely destroy the deity's spirit origin at least once if we want to save her. Watch out for Cianuno's eyes. It'll charm you if it does something fancy after it flashes. Zero. Cianunos is about to appear. Alright, let's do this, guys. Something fancy. Oh, she means a skill. Okay, so using not that many skills. I think that's what she meant, but could be wrong. Hmm. Okay, got her. Was it? And who else? I can put a regular Scotty and another alter ego to just be safe. Okay, I think it shouldn't be that difficult, but let's see. Oh, disapproving look. Observe gaze. Enshrine deity of the observe gaze. Cianunus. Cianunus. Calamity of bias. Increased defense against enemies with debuffs. Okay. Calamity of bias. Remove 3 attack buffs of target every 2 turns. Disapproving look. When an enemy uses a skill, stun a single enemy. Okay. How many? It's 1 turn 1 time, so. Just use dodge for first turn. Okay.
決着の時今日神のパンのパンの甘いぞ甘いぞゴッズホルダーの証明をはい
Okay.
逆光剣
Follow Atraxia's dates should also be announced during the
切り札こちらの先だ
during the F-Zero anniversary stream, so excited for that to be released officially. Okay. Love Ice Gaze. Okay. remove box. I don't think I need it.
あとにどうします
Yeah,
了解
NP gain for the next turn.
逆光剣切りぐらフラガラク
Ragnarok.
切り札こちらが先だ
Nice.
単純に実力不足です
Oh, I didn't realize the map was inverted. Inverted filter. Okay, the colors were inverted. Okay. Attention everyone in Hawaii Artoria. Thanks to everyone's effort, the calamities have been emerged at land, sea and festival venue have all been defeated. However, although the danger has passed, there is still a risk of emergency and secondary calamities, so please conduct yourself in an orderly fashion. Okay. Nocnaria is here. Nocnaria, I'm sorry, are you okay? You don't have any broken ribs, ruptured organs, or serious injuries, do you? Chocolate alone isn't going to cut it these days. I'll always stay in it, of course, but there is also macarons, custard, crepes. The point is, I'm going to need lots of gummyable chocolates to go viral with if I want to increase my followers, slaves. Looks like the only injury was to the head. This is just what she is always like. Huh? What time is it? What day is it? How long has it been since the last reset? I can't believe everyone discovered my identity. Why does Blackbeard have a shit-eating grin? The huge smile, okay. Oh, Nocnaria, you really are a sleepyhead, aren't you? Don't bother, everyone already knows. Can't you tell from their reaction? They do? So you are saying they are surrounded me to give me... So give the big bad a big beat down. Ah, no fear. At least give me half a day. That's all I need to make enough followers for a fair fight. Regardless of what Artoria says, welcome back, Nocnaria. Good to have you back, Nocnaria. Huh? So you are not here to kill me? Of course not. I'm just glad to see you again. Nope, regardless of what Artoria says, it's good to see you again. I remember now. I don't mean what happened in Hawaii Artoria. I mean what happened in Fairy Britain. You are the same way, aren't you? I see. So it wasn't a dream. Excuse me, it's great that you are ignoring your old friend and getting chummy with my master there and all. Actually, no, it's not. It isn't. But more importantly, we need to know, Nocnaria, are you still in contact with Vangina? I mean, you were Sir Nunos until just now. So, C Nunos until just now. So maybe you still have your connection? Oh, you are right. Now's not the time for this, Artoria. What do you mean it's not great? We'll talk about this later. If we don't stop them at this source, the Nunos will just keep coming back, right? Yeah, coming back. Come on, we need to get to the cave in the night woods as fast as we can. Even if the fallen Nunos do come together and are reborn, this is still our only chance to reach Vanjina directly. Right. Then we'd better hurry. Got it. There is no time to rest. Let's go. The last node probably for this section. Yup. And question mark. And since we already know that and what was I saying? I think, yeah, since we already know that Vanjina is the one we are going to be facing, so, and she is foreigner from, he's foreigner, yeah? Yeah, I think so. So, same team should be fine. I'll just switch her out with. Okay. Something's gathering. Is that Vanjina? Yes, that's right. I've never actually seen her before either. No, not just that. This is probably the first time she has ever been visible to anyone on Earth. But how? Nobody from Australia has ever been able to see Vanjina before, no matter what. Hey, what's that monument-looking thing in front of the mirror? It looks like Vanjina is having a really strong reaction to it. That's our gift for her. It's the Dojin collab we all drew together for her. Are you serious? How do you even come up with that? Hang on, I want to draw something for it too. Wait, you are already done? When did you learn to draw so well? Yep, now everything has been filled. There, this should reach her, I'm sure of it. Altoria, let's team up. Vanjina might not understand words, but she should still respond to sound. So you and I are going to match wavelengths and form a bridge that'll let us communicate with her. Huh? You're serious, so you want me to jam with you right now? No rehearsals or anything. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not a Muma Mumos one. If you need music, Amadeus or Salieri would be. There is no point if it's not a fairy. Just play whatever you want. I'll match you. Okay, I'll do my best. But don't laugh if I play off key or something. Okay, this summer's main theme. Interesting. Yep, Vanjina. Who are you? Noise. What is that? I didn't see that. Sure hit. Reduce damage taken to 0. Sure hit and ignore invincible immune. And immune to all debuffs recovery. Recover HP at the end of turn.
決着の時決着の時決着の時もう甘いぞ我が霊我が霊はい了解逆光剣パスああフィニッシュどうせしてるし
What am I?
切り札こちらが先だ
I can hear. Reach me.
のはいなんだ逆光剣
What's that pattern?
フラガラク
Ah, so warm.
ごずはい逆光剣
Ah, so everyone was friends.
朝いフラガラク
So happy, so happy. Thank you for the wonderful gift. You must be Vanjina. Sorry for everything we have put you through. Thank you for watching over us and for caring about us. She's cute. Oh, okay. She's gone. Is she invisible again? No, she just went back to home. Went back home to the sky. I don't hear her crying out in loneliness anymore. She may have gone back to being invisible, but that doesn't mean she's gone. She'll remain in the air over this island for the rest of time. I guess she was really happy with your gift. She is probably trying desperately to reproduce your mural right about now. Just like how linguistics decipher unknown languages one character at a time, she'll learn human language by carefully tracing each and every line. One day, I know we'll see her face, hear her voice, and know how she truly feels. Because isn't that the essence of communication? Yep. One day, in about a month or so, Nocnaria and Sinuno's collaboration illustration was added. Nice tropical island festival. Yep, all of them. Okay. Epilogue. Summer will continue. The Servant Summer Festival has officially concluded. We are truly sorry for the extreme delays in the event schedule and the repeated postponements. However, thanks to everyone's hard work, we are happy to report that this year's festival has been a tremendous success. On behalf of the organizers, thank you all for coming to Servantfest. So, it's really over. After defeating the Nonunos in the morning, the rest of the day at the Dojin market went by so quickly, I hardly noticed the time passing. Same here. It certainly took a lot of work to get here, with so many problems trying to get Servantfest off the ground. But once we did, it was wonderful seeing old friends and meeting lovely new people here. Once again, this year's festival was about perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to treasure these memories for the rest of my life. You said it. This is a proper festival. Throngs of people everywhere you look, passion so intense you can practically taste it, and incredible cosplay around every corner. The best part of the best part for me as an editor is seeing every club member smiling thanks to a huge success of their books. Did someone say huge success? Sounds to me like you are calling my name. Like it's so wicked that this outfit got picked for the best dressed award. I wasn't even gunning for it, man. Now what am I gonna do? Oh, I didn't realize that in the background that's the Castoria's final ascension staff, I would say. Hmm, interesting. Anything new in the background? Ah, the look on the Fox Shrine Maiden's face when she saw I'd won the priceless. I saw I She saw I'd won was priceless. That'll keep me going for at least three Noble Phantasms. Guess this makes me this year's uncontested winner. I too enjoyed myself immensely this year, Master, and it's all thanks to you. This mission was absolutely full of turmoil and adventure, so much so that I very nearly forgot my duty to guard you at times. I was a little worried when I first got separated from all of you, but looking back on it, I rather enjoyed the time I spent in the forest. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see my audience listening enraptured to my performance. I also never forgot how you were enjoying yourself in High Queen Morgan's fancy resort for some reason, Sir Gawain. I plan to tell our king all about it as soon as we get back. Huh, it's not like you make such jokes, Sir Tristan. I suggest you focus more on neatness of your harp than your tongue. Though, I suppose I can't deny that I did indeed enjoy myself on that beach. If you have any interest yourself, you should pay it a visit. I can even put in a good word with the owner for you if you like. Whoa, really? Sweet. Can I get a room with an ocean view? With an ocean view. Hey, don't worry, Tristan. All of Bristol's rooms have a view of the ocean. They are all spectacular too. You are going to love it. Hold it, my fellow knight. What you are describing sounds dangerously close to bribery. However, that concern may be elevated if you were to include all of us in this invitation. Looks like you are all still basking in the afterglow. I see. You knights are still enjoying yourselves. Well, Briston is an aquatic hotel. I would hope that anyone who wishes to stay there may do so. Really? Hearing something so nice from you is actually kind of scary, Baggy. M- Makes me think there is something else going on. Something else? Of course not. They may not be to everyone's taste, but they are both wonderful hotels. The one in Waikiki focuses on the joy of the festival. It's filled with the sound of people having fun at all hours of the day. Briston, on the other hand, is like a scene from one's childhood memory. It is as though time has stopped there, making it endlessly rejuvenating. Both are worthy praises for an endless summer. When High Queen Morgan said she would be going on vacation, it did take me some time to get my flustered feelings under control. But now I am truly glad I came. The topics are even better than I had imagined. Well, I've had a hell of a time and not in a good way. Her Majesty said she would give me anything if I won the race. Then she went and changed the rules, ruining a sure thing. Still, I did get to spend time on the beach with you, just as I knew we were fated to, Master. That was great. I guess the tropics aren't too bad as long as you don't go in the ocean. I didn't like that worm hanging around here one bit, though. Wasn't he the cause of all this? Next time I see him, I am unloading my full payload of missiles on him. A pest like that should never even get close to Master. Hmm, I'm not so sure about that. I know I'm speaking with the belief of hindsight, but Vangina still Vangina would still be all alone if Oberon hadn't brought up the calamities from Fairy Britain, so no. On second thought, never mind. Oberon just makes trouble for everyone, period. Go, good people, bad people, it doesn't matter to him. If we ever say anything good about something he did, he'd hold it over our heads forever. Is something wrong, Bhavansat? Are you okay? You have been awfully quiet. I'm fine, it's nothing. I guess I was just thinking how Servantfest is over now. I did all the things I wanted to. Like sell my own books and see what everyone else made. But it all went by so quickly that it still doesn't feel real. Why do they only hold it for a day? Are the organizations just stupid or something? Organizers. Bhavansat. What's with that look, Bumpkin? You saying you feel the same way? For that matter, what are you so happy about? Yarandu, Nocneria is not even here anymore. Now that Vangina's gone, she must have disappeared along with. I'm right here. You thought I was gone? You are not the same fairy you were in Fairy Britain, are you? But never mind that. Could I get a copy of your book? I still haven't had a chance to read it. Of course, here you go. Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm in this too. I really hate the way I went out. So uncool. We have got some Bawansits fanzies too, if you want. Fanzines. What? How the hell do you know about those? Oh, interesting. What a lovely book. I think I'll take a copy to commemorate this occasion. The Lady of the Water and AA. I never thought I'd see either of you at a buffet. I believe we can explain why Nocneria is alive and well. You see, as Fairy from A Lost Build, she was originally unable to exist in proper human history. Even though I am one of the best known spirits there is, I still cannot register her as heroic spirit. However, the same can be said for the Tamlin, like Barghest and Bawansith. High Queen Morgan here is the culprit who made it possible for them to be given special exceptions and counted as heroic spirits. Okay, so Nasu just wanted them to be playable, so okay, got it. Watch your words. Culprit makes it sound as though I did something wrong. That is partially absurd. Particularly partially. Patently. Though I may be the king of a lost build, I was still summoned here to aid you in battle until humanity has been restored. That in turn made it possible to summon those who were close to me as well. I cannot say Nocneria and I were close, of course, but I did have ties with her predecessors. So I agreed to lend this woman my aid by ensuring that Nocneria of the King clan could continue to exist for some time longer, albeit as a transient being. You did something nice, Morgan. Oh, I see. It must be the tropics getting to you. Is that what you are truly like, AA? I'm impressed by the extent to which you transformed yourself. Hey, the most important thing is that you are still here. Whatever, I'm just glad you are still around, Nocneria. Thanks, I don't know how much longer that'll be though. Anyway, I still have all my memories from the time when I was Yarandu. You all did something really amazing here. And since I'm queen, I just wouldn't feel right if you weren't properly rewarded. So I'm going to be that reward. From now on, Nocneria of the King clan will fight for proper human history. I trust you are ready for all the entrails, Wayne. No matter how exhausted you might get, I'm going to make sure you cross the finish line, even if I have to drag you over it myself. Oh, that's awesome. Wouldn't have it any other way, Chocolate Queen. Oh, but even though Nocneria is back to her old self, now that the case has been solved, the singularity is going to disappear soon, isn't it? Now that you mentioned it, I'd forgotten about that. Not just yet. It won't. Isn't that right, Morgan? It won't. Why are you telling me this? Don't you remember the victory prize you promised for the Earthman race? The winner shall get to spend a week with Master however they like. Well, since Master himself won, that means he gets to spend a week in Hawaii Artoria however he pleases. And that in turn means you need to maintain this singularity for another week. The High Queen of Fairy Britain would never go back on her word, would she? Of course, it's an almost impossible spell, so you'll probably need to lock yourself in your workshop the whole time. But, oh well, Artoria, you dissentful wrench. Did you really think I would go along with that merely because you? Mother, is this island really going to be around for another week? If so, I'd be happy to help you maintain it. Whom do you think you are addressing? Of course, I can maintain a singularity on my own. Besides, I already built a hotel. It would be waste not to use it. No, you should enjoy the rest of the summer however you wish, Bhavan. Fortunately, there is something here who would be perfect for showing you around, right, Wayne? It shall be done, Your Majesty. You got it. Thanks, High Queen Morgan. Now then, I had best be heading back. It's time you took your leave as well, Arturia Avalon. You know as well as I that neither of you are young enough to blend in with the hustle and bustle of the city. So even though Servant Phase is over, summer's still going strong. Now that our mission's complete and we don't have to work anymore, what would you like to do, Wayne? Is there anywhere you want to go? You need to ask. I'm going to give that Dark Fairy King an earful. Okay. So, Wangina. And so the adorable atmosphere source that came from outer space become a lovely great spirit in human history. It may be that her wish for people to stop fighting and to all get along peacefully will never come true as long as humans exist on this planet. But at least she saw proof that we can come together when we need to. That's right. Even if we can never completely rid ourselves of conflict, we can still show that hope is not lost. And with that hope in her heart, Vanjina will set off on a journey of her own. She will leave the contents she has watched over all this time show so she can be free to watch over more smiling face than ever before. That's the plot of the doujin I tried to make myself. What do you think? So that's that whole monologue was just you yammering on. That's right. I've always wanted to try something like this. Even if I'm not directly involved, even if I am just an uninvited observer, I wanted to find a way to convey my hopes for how she'll grow and learn in the days to come. So I think I'll have to end it with this. And so she lived happily ever after. Hmm. Okay. That was a nice conclusion to this event story.
何これ、思い出した途端意識しちゃってる私って改めて契約するんだったわね。私はノクナレア。フォーリナーになっちゃったけど、心も体も妖精国にいた王の士族、支配者の中の支配者、ノクナレアです。とはいえ、こっちには私の国はないんだし、自由にやりたいことをやらせてもらうわ。よろしくね、私のマスター。
Mhm. Okay, nice. Let's see, the young queen who was to be the next in line after defeating Morgan, who ruled fairy, who ruled Fairy Britain for an age. Her long-held promise was finally fulfilled. She was looking forward to beginning her life on her own terms rather than simply being her predecessor's successor, and so she traveled to the coronation, coronation ceremony with the blessing of her rival, Artoria Castor. Well, let's leave that story of her time in fairy Britain there. Anyway, she has arrived as a servant. Master was bewildered. Artoria Castor froze, eyes wide in shock. This girl looks the same, speaks and acts pretty much the same, but can she really be her? With many mysteries unsolved, the second Servant Summer Festival is set to begin in a tropical paradise. NP is EX, okay. Everything is C. Endurance is B and magical MP. Magical powers A plus. Okay. Aboriginal mythology here because of Yarandu. Okay. Fairy Britain and Edinburgh. Chaotic, evil, earth, female. Pretty much anything goes with me, but I'm not afraid to mercilessly punish ugly things or acts. What's my criteria? Obviously, the ugliness is not based on the world standard, but my personal opinion. Got it? Milty Heart uses heart-shaped magical energy as an activating agent to forcefully apply it to the target. Its synchronous charisma and a sweetness that somehow boost the motivation of other things for the whole party. Queen's contract, increase NP strength for everyone in my party. Those who are fair soldiers, okay, it's just explaining the skills. A similar skill, Queen's grave, a similar skill to the Queen's figure. Still, Queen may possesses to the to point to the perfection of body and beauty. It applies debuff immune to user and blah blah blah. Okay. VVV, violence, violin, and voltage. A performance technique that suits at the pinnacle of greatness. At times, it is blunt. It is a blunt weapon. The sound of the violin striking the enemy heart is frightening thing, even to allies, and it disrupts any precision work. It's a musical attack similar to Elizabeth's supersonic attack, but mercifully different. Okay. Queen's Melty Heart, rank EX, okay. Eternal Illustration Fairy Empire, a recreation ceremony, reincarnation ceremony in which the body that has been abused to disregard and reborn anew. It's a simplified version what the great fairy Maeve did. The old body remains in the earth, providing the magical power to protect the Queen's city, while the newly born Nocneria reverses the wound and curse it had received and returns to the state of perfect health. Upon her reincarnation, magical energy is compressed into the heart of the new body, and the magical energy storms rages around the area as an after effect. Citizens of the Queen City are advised to stay indoors with their doors locked when Queen Nocneria undergoes reincarnation. Star of the Southern Sky EX Yarandu is the name of the Southern Cross in the Aboriginal mythology. Nocneria is not a life form from space, but an incarnation of the Southern Cross, visible from Earth because she receives the benefits not technological technology culture that came about from the Southern Cross humanity made up. She is established as a pseudo foreigner. I obviously can retain my mystique as a member of the King clan. Be careful how you use me. I'm not easy to handle. Personality, extroverted and proactive. She wears a confidence expression and her attitude reflects her personality. She totes good and she tolerates good and evil as matter of one's personality, but she will never accept what she finds finds to be ugly. According to Nocneria, ugly things are those that do not value themselves and have no intention of improving. Fair, anything that preys on or ruins the effort of others. And so, and of course, those who get in Nocneria's way. A perfectionist. She never cuts corners and can be as hard on herself as she sometimes is and others on others. She does not, however, ever belittle anyone for those not working hard enough. She will assign them what duties she deemed necessary. Seeing her role and responsibilities are perfectly suited to her, she does everything she can to achieve her goals. When she is hard worker, while she is a hard worker, much of what she does appears effortless. In three short words, she is smart, vivacious, explosive, or so her best friend Artoria Gaster says. Queen Maeve takes pleasure in tormenting her opponents by chasing and defeating at to a corner. But but Nocneria does not have the same penchant for rubbing salt in a wound, as she tends to treat her own pleasure for as a secondary priority at best. While Queen Maeve is both hardworking and dynamic, it is in her nature to place paramount importance upon her own pleasure. Queen Maeve believes that her being the best is also what is best for her country. Okay, that's interesting way of thinking. On the other hand, Nocneria is a fairy who enhances herself with the intent of better helping her country. So while the two have pre- precisely similar mechanisms and tone, they are the complete opposites in regards. And so, when the time comes that Nocneria manages to fulfill her self-imposed mission like Queen Maeve, will finally be able to enjoy life and put herself first. In part 2, chapter 6, Fairy Britain. She was the great fairy who ruled over the northern fairies as the King clan. She was successor, okay, creating Edinburgh capital. I'm just going through it since it looks like this is all from LB6. So, feeling of love that she always lodged for and continued to expand her subject from the King clan in the Queen city Edinburgh. In the process, she met another fairy and that blah blah. Okay, yep. Find happiness first. Nocneria's time as Maeve's successor was difficult, but presence of Artoria Caster putting on a strong face even though she was similar situation was saving grace for Nocneria. The responsibilities of Queen Maeve's successor was difficult, but she did not hate it because her pride made her to believe that the mission was also worthwhile. Nocneria, by all accounts, was thought to be have been lost in Fairy Britain, showed up as a servant. Could she be an enemy, an ally, or a chairwoman of the committee? Turns out she was really Nocneria. Uh, okay. was not normally recognized as human history, appeared in the list in the land of Hawaii, Arturia. Motivational motivation behavior towards master. If the master is male, Nocneria will fall hard, love at first sight. If master is female, Nocneria will be BFFs with her. She will be so close with master, she'll say things like, we are going to race to see who can snag the best men. If you win, I'll arrange for you to take a trip around the world. When she appears in Servant Summer Festival 2025, she does not retain any memories of Fairy Britain, but she tries to be proactive in her dealings with Master. Because Nocnaria grew up knowing her predecessor Mib's great love and demanded dreamed of experiencing something similar herself. She has a strong desire to be united with a human being and find happiness this time around. Nice. Okay. Fairy Britain's summer break. Is that Mashu in the above Fujimaru? Yep. Uh, Habitrot in a onesie swimsuit looks cute. Okay. Nocunaria in her Fairy Britain outfit. Is that directly Melusine in her dragon form? Okay. Barghest in her maid. What form is Sithan? Is it her first? I think so, with her hood down and all the knights of the round table behind her. And obviously Ace in the back with her witch hat. Nice. Hmm. Totoro in a bold swimsuit striving to foil her ambition. Uh, the protagonist is full of hopeful wishes but doesn't know right from left in this land. We hope you enjoy the protagonist's mini adventure. Nice. Holy Grail. Okay.
まるまる先生無事だっこー玉光ありがとうございます南国歩いてるだけで楽しいよね調査も応援も大切だけどリソースを集めてサークルのみんなを応援するんでしょ忙しいけど頑張ろっかアイテム
Okay.
あ、やば落としちゃったいえ、なんでもありません私は聖剣の守護者完璧なアルトリア・アバロン本当ですよ
Okay. Lancelot's one is not unlocked, so I'm not going to be rolling. So yeah, that will be it from me today. We completed the event's main story, and I don't think there is anything more to do in the event in terms of story other than dojins. So okay, 90 plus, and okay, CQ is out. Okay, 90 plus is there. So yeah, this will be it from me today. Thank you all for watching. This event story is definitely high up there. I don't think I would rate it higher than the first Seven Fists, but it's close enough. So because the first Seven Fists was, I think it was my one of the first event that I played. It was the rerun of the Seven Fists that I played. So yeah, so it is definitely special in that way, and this definitely had some of the charm of the first Seven Fists, but the story revolved more around the LB6 characters, and the Vangina plot I think was kind of okay. I wouldn't consider it best, but it was good. So yeah. If I have to rank this event in, so I would say it is at least in my top 5 events that I have played, but I can't place it in a spot just yet. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'll stream tomorrow as well to complete all the things that I have left, like challenge quest and both of these stories, and I don't know why, but there is this as well. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.